Happy Friday from the GGOP, and let's get stuff started with the GGHOP fully automatic extended clip bump stock joke cannon. Grab your flak jackets and your hats. Here we go. There it is. Beautiful graphic. The GGHOP fully automatic extended clip bump stock joke cannon. Here we go. Number one from Yahoo. Mexican artist crushes Tesla under giant headstone. Chavez Marmol, a 42-year-old sculptor who has never owned a car and travels by bicycle, came up with the idea of dropping the 9-ton Olmec head carving onto a blue Tesla 3 in Mexico City using cranes. Now, the article says the installation of the sculpture was done by stealth. Why do I get the feeling that stealth means something completely different in Mexico? From the New York Post, the kids are sniffing nutmeg and they're getting high. Nutmeg, part of pumpkin spice, is sometimes abused for its narcotic and hallucinogenic properties, said an authority just last week. But authorities warn that fall, not spring, is the right time to abuse pumpkin spice. From the New York Post, 2,000 people recently embarked on a nude cruise. 67-year-old man who stripped down to set sail on a week-long nude cruise is speaking about his fellow flesh-flashing passengers. Quote, I just disembarked from a 2,000-person nude cruise. Ask me anything. So curious commenters quizzed the closing Averse cruiser, with one asking how many passengers had hot bodies. His reply was 20% attractive, 20% average, 60% unattractive. Man, folks, when a 67-year-old wrinkly retiree from Florida thinks that 60% of the people are unattractive on a boat, it begs the question, just how fucking ugly are these people? You know what I mean? Oh, my. Next from Fox in Massachusetts, a library will be excusing overdue book charges with the Feline Forgiveness Program. The library there will scratch certain fees off a book borrower's record in exchange for a picture of the person's cat, or any cat for that matter. Right? The library will also accept photos of honorary cats, dogs, raccoons, capybaras. Any ungovernable animal is good to us, a spokesman said. And man, am I glad to hear that, because I have a few late fees, and I have a good picture of an ungovernable pussy. Next, students lobby to dethrone Connecticut's state insect, the voraciously predatory praying mantis. 16-year-old Sue Catherine Boy Williams and 19-year-old Chris Tracy led the charge in their schools, spending the last year urging lawmakers to replace the non-native praying mantis with the native spring azure butterfly. And here they are, both seen, very proud, exciting day. Now, of course, this was a little bit of a bittersweet day for the parents of both, because well, they understand that on one hand, neither Sue nor Chris will ever contract a sexually transmitted disease, but on the other hand, grandchildren are out of the question. And finally, from the Shepherd Express, the Pittsburgh area naturalists are hosting a Balls Out bowling tournament on April 28th. Craft and Ingram Lanes will be the site. Now, participants must be 18 years old or over. Coordinators want people to know they must be nude, although women wear bottoms, but unfortunately, everyone's got to wear the shoes. Time to roll the theme song.
Up on the internet, what do you see? Clickbait, politics, dressed as comedy. Who's outraged? Who's doubling down? The GGHOP is here to turn it all around with an ancient idea called having fun. Sounds a little scary, stick around, don't run. In the next 60 minutes, begging you to try. Open up your echo chamber and ditch your tribe. There's just one mission by which we're led, to put a big fat smile upon your head. The song is almost done, time to start the show, but there might be something left that you'd like to know. What's GGHOP mean? It's your right to ask. The guaranteed, genuine, honest to goodness 1 hour podcast.
Good morning. Welcome back. It's Friday. It's the GGHOP, the guaranteed, genuine, honest to 1 hour goodness podcast. So, we missed a lot of days, okay? But we've switched up the studios, but we're back skating at full strength. Joining me, James Swinford, and our very own Karen's back. Welcome back, Karen.
I think much.
For your vacation.
Oh, yes.
Are you
What a
rested and
vacay.
relaxed?
Boy, am I ever. I mean, it was almost like being in a tomb.
Yeah, just for a bit. But now you're
Yeah.
back and you're ready to go.
Yeah.
James, you're feeling good?
Oh yeah.
Actually, back on Friday. Now we will tell you we're back on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We just had some things to take care of. As you can see, we've changed some of the big upgrades. Of course, we're all sponsored by Wilson Farm Market in Arcadia. Delicious fry pies and chicken. And we'll get to showing you some slides and things because now we can do those kind of things. Now we're also sponsored by the Frankfurt Beer Works still.
Frankfurt Beer Works.
I think so. I haven't seen the contract language, but I think we're still good. The
I'll bring
Frankfurt
you a
Beer Works.
shirt.
We're still broadcasting live from the Christian Ridge Historic District. Oh,
Yeah,
and happy it's
that's right.
Friday, and happy you're back. So, just want to let you know. Think, well, we're ready to go. Oh, good. Oops, I'm not ready. Okay, now I'm ready. Sorry, just bear with us, folks. So we're sponsored by Wilson Farm Market, so I want the ability to, show you Wilson Farm Market and those type of things, so that's kind of nice. There seems to be some kind of problem now. I see I'm getting black on my side, but that's okay. Just let you know. That's okay. We're feverishly fixing it. But again, we are, and if I tell you twice, what the heck? So we're sponsored by Wilson Farm Market. And this month, let's see, how many days left? This is the 20, what day is this? There's only 7 days left?
Yeah.
8 days left in the month? Yeah. So we're doing a giveaway this month, very special.
March 22nd.
Get your fat ass over to Facebook and follow us. If you do, we're going to pick our winner from that pile of followers is the deal. And right now, I think there's 85 on there.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Altogether, there's 170 something with all
Yeah,
because we're on X, YouTube, Rumble. Hey, follow there too. But just this month, we're going to pick somebody out of there, and you can enter on all, and you can win multiple times, unlimited.
Oh, yeah.
And Karen, do you remember what they win? What do you win for this fabulous? That was a long vacation.
Fabulous basket of fabulous gift card.
There we
Something just
go.
Fabulous, man. Just fabulous.
There we go. Another hint is there's something right next to you. It's a shirt. So that's good.
Yeah, you get a shirt
Fantastic.
too.
So we got the shirt too. But got the shirt, free shirt, $100 gift card. You can spend any. Now I think
Anything
you
you
should.
want.
Yeah, I think you should spend it on. I don't know, in March. What would be good?
Chicken.
Chicken. Yeah, you're right.
It's always
Just
gonna be
get the
chicken.
chicken.
Yeah,
Just
it's just gonna be
focus on the chicken. So $100 gift card and a shirt, and we will pick that the last Wednesday or Friday, last show day of March.
I'm
Okay.
thinking today I might roll there when we get done with this.
Why not?
Sounds good.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you've
I think
got
my
the
stomach
time.
just said, hey, it's worth the drive.
It's beautiful outside, at least in central Indiana.
And there's no traffic. Kids ain't in school right now.
Kids are out of school.
Yeah.
See, a great time
That
to
was the
run by.
easiest drive from Lebanon to Frankfurt that I have had in 8 months.
Congratulations, man. Nice. I'm
Yeah.
glad you got to take it easy.
No
Yeah.
bridges out, no stupid stuff, no
No buses.
no giant things of Eli Lilly dump trucks going everywhere. Yeah, it's fantastic. No
Nice.
no 93-year-old person in front of me, no stupid person at the speedway buying 9,000
Hey.
fucking lottery tickets.
A lot is going right.
Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. So, Karen, how was your trip here?
It worked out really well. It took me very little time to get here at all.
Well over
Kind
7.
of sat in my car a
4
little
minutes.
bit because I didn't want to pop in too early, but
Yeah. You did good.
I did good.
Came
I knew how
in?
to get here.
Came in, said hello to the wife, went back there,
Yeah.
still in bed?
Yeah, she's
Warmed-
warm.
warmed it up a bit, didn't you?
She's warm. My
She'll
hands
let you. She'll let you touch her in the morning, not
my-
me.
My hands were cold and
Oh,
she was really warm.
not anymore.
No.
Well, I'm glad we can share, Karen. That's the
Thank you.
the important
Thank
part.
you. I'm just glad you weren't in the room because that could have been really awkward.
It would have been.
Knock on
Yeah.
the door, be like, "Did you order sausage for breakfast?"
Yeah. No, I have to be over in the corner wearing the bra and panties. That's
Right,
how it
right.
goes. Karen's the bull. All right, here. So moving on, or we seem to have some. We're just gonna keep on going. He's still working on it. It's okay. We've been practicing. I've got just some. I mean, if you can imagine, I've got some very interesting slides to show you that go with things.
I can imagine.
They're very family friendly and things you should definitely have on big screen at work.
Yeah.
All right. Well, moving on then. Well, let's talk about these. Our stories. I'll come back to the other thing. We can go in any order we want. It's
That's
Friday.
right.
That's right. Free for all.
So the Mexican artist who crushes the Tesla do you feel about that? Anything? I mean, have you
Why
heard
couldn't
about
it
that?
been like one of the normal white ones or black ones, but the blue one?
The blue one was
Isn't
pretty
it special?
nice. It said it was 40 grand.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
so all
doesn't
I'm
sound
sitting
that
here
special.
thinking is it's a giant fucking waste of money. Is all I'm sitting here thinking.
That's what a lot of people said in the article,
Jesus
or the people
Christ.
commented under the article. So this guy is an artist. He's from Mexico, but he's also has a studio and he spends a lot of time like in Spain. So I thought you didn't even ride a bike, bud. So how'd you get over there? Did you row over? I hope you didn't take a plane, for heaven's
Backstroke.
sakes. Yeah.
Backstroke.
Ooh.
He rode
So
dolphins.
he went with Greta Thunberg. He sailed with Greta Thunberg. So this guy came up with this idea, and there's a lot of different ways I go with this because there was a quote in there. He's like, "It's always been my dream to crush a Tesla with a giant head." From like,
How the-
that's always been your dream.
I thought art was when you fucking drew something or created something out of your own mind. You didn't take two things that somebody else created and smash them together and be like, yeah, like you're claiming that you created peanut butter and jelly when you didn't create peanut butter or jelly.
Or jelly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of complaint of new art is that it's just
Yeah.
it's just
Like the
dude,
Always Sunny in Philadelphia, whenever the episode when he goes to the damn art studio,
yeah.
and he's like, "That's a fantastic piece of art," and it's like the air purifier in
Yeah,
the middle of the
yeah.
room.
You say, well, you can't tell the difference.
No,
So this was definitely where this guy was coming from. So he was like, "I've always wanted to do this. I want to troll him so badly for what he does." And then
buy his car.
the thing was, yeah, I said, "Yeah, thanks. He just gave me $40,000." So they all started building a company, a factory in Monterey, like a new Tesla factory.
Oh, he's protesting it or something.
I guess like that's some of it. Like, we don't want jobs. No, thank you.
He
Like,
could have solved all that by having a green screen like we now have that we're
Yeah.
trying to work the kinks out of, and just
just-
post that picture of the Joker throwing the matches all over the money and setting it on fire. It's the
Yeah.
same fucking thing he
See?
just did.
art cheaper, better.
I don't want him to come here and be all taken. He's so damn capitalist, then he takes two capitalist things and fucking smashes them together.
Then here's the beauty too. It wasn't his money. It was a woman, and where he put it, the picture, it's at a hotel. It's some hotel. Because I wonder first when I looked at it, the picture, it looks like it's in an alley.
Yeah.
Like that somebody, yeah. So it's near some hotel. The lady said she agreed to let him do it there, but then he's like, "Can you help me with the car?" And she's no. So then they had to find some person. Some person just bought it, and they took the batteries out of it
Oh,
and then crushed it. And then it said like, "Well, that was worth $40,000. Doesn't that bother you?" He's like, "Oh, I don't care because it wasn't my money. Because when you're an artist, you can do these type of atrocities." So I almost made like a Nazi joke too. Like,
Oh.
God, man, see this the epitome
Plus the
of
people in
just
the
shitty
lithium
art.
mine that actually mine the shit for those batteries and just wasted all their time too.
Whatever, like God. So, but yeah, the thing that got me was the installation of the sculpture was done by stealth. Are you sure? 9-ton head. How do you stealthily do that?
It was probably because it wasn't actually a Tesla. They just got an old like 80-something Dodge Stealth and painted it to look like one. And
It's
then
all
crushed
AI.
it.
This is
Yeah,
all
it's
AI. None of this is true.
It
There
could
is no
be.
person
Yeah, it
named
could be.
Chavis Marmol.
Definitely
It's
could be.
probably Travis Marmol. It's from Colfax.
You're probably supposed to say it the opposite way and then he disappears.
Yes, say it 3 times. He shows
Yeah.
up.
Mixelplex.
Mix-
Mixelplex.
How about snorting some nutmeg? Karen, you ever snort nutmeg? You cook? You make pies?
I do, but no, never even occurred to me. Wondering if
Okay.
that needs to be
Setting you
needs
up.
to be like in that order of recipes, like before you break anything out, snort the nutmeg,
And start
and
making
it'll make
pie.
the rest better.
Build gingerbread houses.
Yes.
Yeah, no
You're
shit.
amped. You're jittery. I
Yeah.
knew a little bit that nutmeg could do that.
Really?
If you take too much, kind of like anise and licorice. If you would eat like too much licorice, black licorice, just eat that constantly.
Ugh.
The anise in there will get
Ugh.
you.
The
Staying
anus
with
in there.
the
Yeah.
anise,
Yeah.
anise. But nutmeg will do that. But I think you have to. It's got to be pretty specific, and it's got to be the right way. And it's
Can
so
you-
a lot of people. There were stories in this of kids going to like the hospital, and their nose is plugged up with this, and really but they are starting to. It'll have effects on you if you overdose on nutmeg.
That's fucking stupid.
That's nuts. Now I'm gonna have to put the shit away in my cabinets because the
Yeah.
kids here.
But but the beauty is the best way if you had a kid that was sniffing around trying to do that is just by pumpkin spice. And see, nutmeg's only one part of it, and then you'd be
Ah.
just sniffing in tons of sugar and cinnamon and.
No, or you
Yeah.
freak them out and you take that stuff out and put smelling salts inside it. So as soon as they open it to get it up there, it is. Oh,
Or you pull it out and put some good clean white rail in there, man.
Yeah, right.
It's like, I did nutmeg.
You imagine you got to be 18 to buy nutmeg now.
Yeah.
Well, there's
21 with an ID to get
there's
nutmeg.
the story in here was that a lady who was on TikTok or something, like, found out about this story and was saying something about it. But then the story was that these kids went to school and a teacher found them that they had this nutmeg in their bags, and they're like, "Hey, what's that stuff for?" And like, "Oh, we're in cooking class." And so the person went down to the culinary teacher and was like, "What do you guys make with nutmeg? I mean, it sounds really good." She's like, "We're not making even anything this week." And so they went and got him, and they kicked him out of school for it. But then the article is like, "Can you really kick kids out of school for something that's a product on a shelf? I mean, you know, unless
I
you
guess
caught
you-
them with it. I mean,
I guess it all depends on where you apply it.
You got to write a new rule every time something happens.
I guess so. I would just
That's
take the
sad.
nutmeg. You guys go back to class.
Yeah, right.
I mean, why? Come on, right?
Just give them the idea if they wipe it on their asshole, it'll work, and I bet you all those kids will stop.
Ooh, yeah, that would be for sure.
Brown starfish.
Currently, you're
Stop
seeing
burning.
there's our sponsor right there, James. See,
Wilson's Farm.
Wilson Farm Market. It's got the big now. What you'll notice about that picture, and it's no pressure. There we go. What you notice about that picture is, as you can see, there's no one in the parking lot.
It's because the sign says
Yeah.
closed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that picture is probably taken on Christmas morning.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna say.
it's like
Because the
the
next
only-
day and any
it's
other
the
day,
only
it doesn't look
time.
like
Yeah,
that.
you
Good
don't-
luck.
You don't actually see the front doors.
Yeah,
so this
if
ain't
you
really
can
a
pull
good
up
view.
and it
There's a
looks
lot of
like that,
cars.
you need to come back in 2 hours because they're not in there.
Yeah, they're not open yet.
You will never get that close. Like nothing personal, just don't. So no, all right. So
No,
let me
but
run you
that's a
through
good
these.
shot
This
of
is a lot of
building.
fun.
Just in case you didn't know.
Just off of 31 between Indianapolis and,
Yes, if you're local.
and Kokomo.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. So there's Wilson Farm Market, the sponsor. Now look at that delicious fried chicken. Would you say, James?
Mm.
We want
Not
to
the Colonel.
Fuck the Colonel. Popeyes is coming to this town now, but screw them too, right?
Fuck
Yeah.
the Popeyes.
Mhm.
You know, Popeyes in Lebanon lasted like 6 months and was basically
Gone.
toast.
Yep.
Yeah. See you later. Not like this chicken.
It's
man.
already been like it's already about to be something else again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should become a Wilson satellite. That's what you should do. Just sell stuff
Right,
in the parking lot
right.
of your place.
We
That's
could
right.
we could start that. We go there and buy all they got and set it up and
Good.
no.
We just post up in the parking lot down in front of the bar and stuff where the old DMV used to be at.
That's genius.
Yeah. Say, hey, ample parking. You ain't gonna have ample parking there. That little Popeyes, everything that ever comes into this town, no different if it's Taco Bell, anything that comes into this town, everybody's like, we have to try it.
Sure.
And there's a line
for a week.
completely wherever.
Yes.
You get 6 people in that parking lot, and you're toast.
It's very small.
Yeah, you can't go anywhere.
Yeah. It's like
They're gonna be out on the street.
nutmeg. Once you hear about it, you just want to get
Yeah.
stoned on it.
I don't know how to get
Oh.
through it.
It's nutmeg.
I'm off on my cure there.
I need my chicken with extra nutmeg.
So we got chicken there. We talk about that all the time. How about this one? There's the fry pies. They've already. I see that all that white stuff around there, Karen. It's glaze.
Yeah, it is.
Mm, yeah,
I like glaze.
that gets me excited. Glaze,
Breakfast
nothing like glazing a fry pie in the morning. Then going back to bed for 10 minutes or so.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So let's see what else
Burn
we got.
one.
So this is so on this one. Let's see. I got to see my slides here to make sure. Oh yeah. So the next page is there. There's the GGHOP Facebook page. There's kind of what it looks
Yeah,
like. There it
Just
is.
in case you didn't
It's
know.
from a couple days ago, so it only says 45, but there's like 85 or 90 or something like that. So that's where you go. Sign up, follow it up, and then you're in on the contest to win $100, and you could win, $100 worth of these, $100 worth of these. You know what I'm saying? Not bad. And again, what are we calling the giveaway? Get your fat ass over to Facebook, and there's the graphic.
Yeah.
James, what do you think about that? Is that
Whoa.
does that seem like now? See, I was told by our director that might not be very classy.
It says come on my big buns, man.
And I could probably do better than that. So I did make an official template for the official Wilson Farm Market. Get your
well,
fat
I
ass
mean,
to
it has 3 food groups up there at least. It's peaches, buns, and cookie.
Hey!
So we're doing all right.
So let's switch to this one here.
Those
Karen.
are all things you could find at the Wilson's Farm Market.
It's true, and I classed up. I classed up the
Preserved or
giveaway.
actually.
Here you go. Here's the new one. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Now
Oh,
that's
yeah.
acceptable.
There
That's
you
something
go.
that the whole family can get behind.
There's a thumbnail. That's 570 views right off the bat.
There is that
Times
that's the
4.
thumbnail
Yeah.
picture. And we will be wearing bikinis made out of food in no time. Telling you. Ah, that's good stuff. I could look at that for
All
another
day.
10 minutes. I did yesterday. Where you're sitting.
Yeah, I
Mop
was
up,
gonna say
Karen.
if he could put it back up there, I was gonna be like, look, there's 5 asses up there on the screen.
There's a lot of asses.
Because you were over there in the
Because
corner.
I'm over there.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. I love the visual stuff.
The best part about this,
What's that?
technology's fucking awesome.
It is great.
Yeah.
Back when we were growing up, you could have done
Oh,
this.
no,
This
we
would
could
have
have
been
done this.
$120,000.
We would have been doing our podcast for the last 35 years
Yes.
if they had this stuff back when we
Yes.
were there.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
But it'd still be like filling out a Mad Lib. Every other thing, turd or poop or fart.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Poop, fart, pee.
That's right.
Let's see. We talked about spice. The naked cruise thing. So this guy goes on the cruise. There was, again, several jokes and ways we could have gone after it, but that was the thing that surprised me. He's like 67. He's like, well, but he did say in it, like he goes, people are like, hey, are they hot? And his sentence before that was, well, realize that most people that come on cruises like to relax and not do stuff and eat. So 20% were attractive,
Retirees,
20% were
you
in
know.
the middle, and 60% were unattractive.
You'd probably say on every cruise, maybe half of them are retirees for the most part.
Yeah.
I don't know what the percentages would kind of be, but I imagine it
mostly older people, some
Yeah.
newlyweds maybe, or somebody. But
people
yeah,
that have, it's sometimes it's one-off vacations, but a lot of time it's just people that have money that can just go do that.
yeah,
And some of those people, they've had money for a long time, so they haven't been doing regular stuff to keep themselves in any kind of shape. They're just fucking doing whatever.
and most people, I mean, I guess it's all subjective anyway. I mean, they can't all look like the Facebook picture we got there, and
Yeah.
like that. But when I had the picture up, if you can go, it's at the New York Post. There's the full size picture. You can blow it up, and
You
it's
check
not
'em
blurred
out.
out. You can see some stuff hanging.
Well, I mean,
and
you could
it's
be on a cruise that everybody's wearing clothes and see a bunch of ugly motherfuckers.
true. And
Yeah.
this 2060. I mean, I think that probably applies to Walmart.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anywhere,
Yeah.
I guess. But I guess it's all what you see. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. So,
Also, where were you cruising?
let's see. It was really short.
Yeah.
It was like from Florida
They
and
went
then back.
They just
somewhere.
went around
Really
and went,
quick.
and then turned around and came
Yeah,
back.
yeah. It wasn't very long. But there was another article. I think it was an older one, but it was like from 2 years ago, and it was a woman. She took a couple pictures, and her whole thing on this was that
Her whole thing was on this.
her whole thing her whole thing was everywhere on this.
Her thing hole was
My thing is on the rail.
Were her
Yeah,
flaps on fire?
her flaps on fire.
was on the
Just when
Swedish.
they made a stop in the port after the port. But she said that her husband was in like the nudist kind of lifestyle, and she wasn't too into it. I wonder how that works for one.
It doesn't.
How do you marry a person or get with
That
somebody that's a
doesn't work.
nudist and you're not? That would
Yeah.
be like, I'm into crack. I'm not. You know, like Chris Rock did that. Like, I'm hitting the pipe. I'm going to church. Like, they're complete. But she said that finally he wanted her to go on one of these cruises, and when she did, she liked it. She's older, and she was worried about people looking at her
Like
and
at the
being ugly
sadness?
and being unattractive. And she goes, now I don't mind, and it's freeing. I let it hang out there.
Huh.
I know a guy whose parents were nudists, and he's a good guy. He's not a nudist though,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
that probably tells you something. Like
It's a scared straight program. That's what that is. That's a scared straight.
scared straight for being a nudist is
Right.
have parents that are.
Ah, you're fucking shocked for life.
Man, if I got to look at those saggy, hairy things again, Dad, for God's sakes.
And I know we all have seen pictures of our parents and grandparents from back in the day. They were all decent looking people.
Yeah.
But Jesus Christ, nobody wants this fucking stuff.
Nobody wants to see their
No.
parents.
And I'm like, whenever they show that percentage, like I consider my own percentage for myself. Like I'm 50-50, just
Yeah.
myself. Like upper half, I don't think I look too fucking bad. Lower half, shit. Yeah.
Oh,
You want me to wear
careful on that
shorts.
cruise. It says no erections on the cruise.
No
though.
erections?
You can't do that.
That's all right. The 60%
How do you do
would kill
that?
it.
Here's the thing. So I'll have to share some
You
pictures.
just watch a shitload of baseball, Karen. Just watch a shitload of baseball.
I think you just okay. So just think about baseball, Karen. So there's I think we.
What do they
this-
give?
I think this
Saltpeter
is one
on
we
or something?
That's what I was gonna say.
good. Let's just say saltpeter constantly. Saltpeter and all the
That's an old
Sundays.
school. That's an old school. The kids don't even know what we're talking about.
Saltpeter shrimp.
Yeah.
Stuff supposedly kill your libido.
Yeah.
They used to give people on submarines and Navy people.
That was before they basically castrated you. Or did
I don't
whatever.
know.
Yeah.
I don't even know how they do it. So.
They would
um,
give it to like pedos back in the day, right?
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I just knew
They'd
it was for
force
Navy
it.
people and
Sometimes
sub
they'd force it
people.
on them.
Okay.
Things like that.
Well, there you go. For those.
I didn't mean to turn it all tragic.
Yeah. Hey, let's get away from child pornography.
Let's try to
and
find jokes
let's
for
get
that.
back to fun stuff. Now I didn't remember what we're talking about.
How do you not get an erection if you
Yeah,
see
so,
something that's attractive?
So not far from here, I think this summer we must have done a practice show when we're talking about them about the nude like
Yeah,
campgrounds you can go to,
The one that's
Okay.
up north.
and how in
Okay.
Indiana there's like actually 7
There's a
of them. I
bunch
looked
of
it up,
them, yeah.
6 or 7.
Yeah.
But there was an event up there, and I don't know if they still do it. It's called Nudes a Poppin',
Yeah.
and it's like a stripper contest. They're there to win money.
They have porn star guests there and all sorts of stuff.
And so, yeah, so it's like this big event. And most of the people that live in there, because there's some houses, campgrounds, they actually leave. Okay. And then
Okay.
people, and there's a few of them there, and then people come in and watch the stripper contest. But then you can be clothing optional in there too while you're there. And so most people walking around are nude.
It's like Sturgis without the motorcycles.
Yeah. But there's people who are completely nude, guys,
Right.
women everywhere.
Yeah.
So when you go up there, at first it's kind of, but after a while you kind of get used to it. But yeah, no one, I guess if you're a real nudist, like you get over that really quickly. So you learn to like, and they always carry towels. And they're supposed to carry towels because if you're in the nudist lifestyle, if you sit anywhere, you're supposed to put a towel under yourself. Just so you don't leave some kind of grease print from back door or front door. In your case, Karen, front door. But I think also, and it says when I read the rules for when we were doing the story this past summer, it was like, if you notice yourself getting excited, just excuse yourself, put the towel over yourself, that kind of thing. I think that after a while you like train yourself to,
Be sitting in the parking lot the whole time.
yeah.
That's where I'd be.
Or just like, right before you leave the door. Okay, you ready to go play volleyball? Just a minute. One more minute. And now I'm ready. Let's go play some volleyball. I'm totally cool, at least for 5 minutes.
There's your something about Mary reference. Don't be leaving the house with a loaded gun, boy.
That's right. That's it.
Don't be leaving the house
The
with a
one
loaded gun.
part. So yeah, you can't be that way on the cruise. But I'm here to tell you that I'm sure that if you were talking to somebody, I bet there was some free loving going around, ish.
Wow.
Or at least
That just leads a whole nother topic, but I'm going to
It
skip
sure
it.
Like
does.
back in the day, they had bathhouses and shit, so it wasn't that big a deal, and then it became a big deal whenever everything got a little bit more civilized, and then it's like,
and this is different because like on all these posts and like comments are all like nudist people are very different.
yeah,
So they really don't. I mean, there's some fun going on, but really,
recreational nudists are different, right?
Yes,
the ones that's
so-
a lifestyle.
the lady too was like,
Yeah,
I used to equate nudity with sexuality, and now I don't. Like, I fucking do, and I'm going to forever. So.
that would ruin it.
Yeah,
right?
sorry, I'm gonna do that. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do your way. But yeah, no, I'm just kidding. I think it'd
See,
be fun to
you
go
don't
on and
even have
try
to-
it. I would try it.
You just go to the beach. You don't even have to take any clothes off. And I'm like, man, them some nice legs. And then
Yeah,
you're
you
already
can
like,
see it.
well, let's get out of here.
Karen, would you try one of these just for? I mean,
Uh,
everyone. I mean, you're thin, and nobody,
don't
nobody
think
cares.
so.
Nobody's saying anything. Would you try it? Would you think it'd be fun?
No, I don't think so.
No,
I mean,
James.
not
no,
really.
no.
No.
I think James would be popular though.
Yeah, but I'm walking around soft. It's just. a
I want what
shriveled
he's
mess.
having.
It's-
I want what she's having.
You know what I'm saying, though? Walk around soft. It's just a shriveled mess.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's okay. Grower, not a shower. Women understand.
Nah.
I think it'd be fun. I think it'd just be fun. And it wasn't. And it was optional. So I mean, there's times you can wear people who
Clothing.
wear clothes to dinner and not be naked the whole time. So I think I'd give it a try just for fun. That's just me. How about you? Let us know in
Well,
the
you already,
comments.
you basically already, you've been halfway there on the 2 different episodes. Well, every episode when our theme
Yeah.
song rolls, and then
Yeah, I guess it's true.
Yeah.
I'm kind of that way. Kind of a what do you call that? An asshole.
yeah, in our shaving Private Ryan episode.
Oh, God.
And yeah, just a reminder, we've already got well over 100 followers on across platforms, but we need a view, 1,000 views on a video. And if you're new, because I know several people came into Facebook this week, once we get to one video with 1,000 views, one of us you'll be able to vote on will wear a jalapeno cheddar bread bikini from Wilson Farm Market. It's delicious bread. So that'll be fun. We're gonna get there. I know it. The feline forgiveness program where you could do a cat picture. Libraries just try to do fun things to,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And it could be any cat, any animal.
You don't want me to say the reason why?
Go. What's the reason?
Because most of the people that read all the time are home alone with a bunch of cats.
I get it now.
Yeah.
Now I get it.
Yeah.
Meow,
You're-
meow,
he's
brown
right.
cow.
That's what it is.
They said the reason they
They
did
know their
it-
target audience, though. At least they're not at least they're not like my Spotify, and I'm listening to Cannibal Corpse, and then a bunch of church ads come on after.
Yeah.
The fact, you know.
bring in your I don't know, something way hip. But
Right.
they said it
Bring in
was-
your loving family. Bring in a family portrait.
yes.
No.
I can't because no one loves me.
I got a
They
stack-
all laugh.
I got a stack of books. Cats.
Can I take a picture of Matlock?
Yeah, but sometimes I'm jealous of that. You know what I'm
Sure.
saying? Sometimes I mean, I'd rather
Man,
just
those
sit
people
around and
could all
read
be
books.
alone and stuff.
Yeah, they get to have all this quiet shit. Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, they said there were a lot of still fees and things left over, and they felt bad for people that lost books and did things like in COVID, like they had a book for a year, and then they owe them like $60. They said they've got fees still. If you would get a book and like trash it, they would still probably charge you.
There should
Right.
just be like like whenever you first get your library card, you pay like a deposit, and they'll be like, "Oh, if you have this for longer than this amount, we just take the deposit," type of deal. And you
Well-
got to re-up your deposit if you go back in there.
Okay.
We shouldn't have to pay for any of it, but that's a different
libraries are tied to the government and get funded that way. So as
Yeah.
far as I'm concerned, I already bought the.
You
fucking
already
book.
bought
I
the
bought the
book.
fucking book.
story. Yeah.
But I know people steal books from libraries, and
I mean, if
But-
they just called you or they had some system where you just like checked in to say you still have it and you're still,
yeah,
like I'm reading a page a day. What the fuck you gonna do about it?
there's nothing you can
And
do
it's
about it.
dead.
And then these people, it's just so like, well, we don't want to get in the way of people learning and obstacles. We don't want money to be the problem, or trashing our products, or just
Yeah.
it's just there's nothing they can do. Is really like
Yeah.
rob us. I'll move on to the next one, but a friend of ours, person I work with, I was kind of like the manager out there. He's like, libraries. You know what sign they need to put on the front of all the libraries? I'm like, what's that? He's like, closed due to internet. Just kidding. We love our libraries, but if you go into a library in a larger city or anywhere, you know where everybody is.
In the theater,
They're all stinky
Or the-
and on the.
and they're on the internet.
Yeah, it's a bunch of people looking up weird stuff.
Because my son and all his friends, Lebanon actually has a thing set up. It's like a teenage hangout,
Yeah.
and it's basically so they can all have Wi-Fi and do their own shit.
And
there.
they've got one like that here. Yeah,
Yeah.
they've got some graphic novels.
And then they got their theater up there. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but also they've got some stuff like they're like kids age stuff, little tween hipster stuff. Speaking of tween hipsters, how about these guys getting the bug changed? I felt bad teeing off on a 16-year-old, 19-year-old, but when you put a picture like that, I just had those two kids pointing.
Oh, see, now that we got these graphics over here, we're gonna have to throw my picture from fucking 4th grade up. And those kids are gonna be all right.
Yeah,
I was,
they're
my
handsome.
fucking picture
No,
was
I'm-
whacked.
Ren-
Yeah,
This is just a joke, but yeah. So they went.
they're gonna
through-
be somebody's bosses. They don't even gotta worry about it.
Yeah, well, you know what? If they get it right and the show gets popular enough and gets back to the right people, they could be my boss.
Right.
I own your house,
Yeah.
assholes. But I like the praying mantis. Quit picking on guys. That
Yeah.
was my problem with it. Always something to fucking pick on.
So my old roommate had a phobia of mostly all bugs, but
Yeah.
praying mantises and shit like that had like a weird alien kind of look to him. He
Yeah.
would like ultra freak out. And he was outside. He was a mechanic and stuff, but he had a steering column on a car, and he was going to put a new steering column in this other car. So he had both the steering columns set up on sawhorses, right? And he's taking one steering wheel and the components off of one and putting them over on the other. So he's like shadowing it, so he can put them over here and put them
Okay.
over. He's deathly afraid of bugs of all kinds, especially praying mantises, right? I'm standing over here behind him while he's working on it. It's the middle of the summertime, and we're both drinking some beers, having a good time. And I noticed something crawl up on the back of one of them steering columns, and he's over on the other one. So as I see it crawl up, it's a praying mantis, and it ain't just a praying mantis. It's got arms almost as long as my shit.
It's the praying.
Like the body on the
The
motherfucker.
original.
The body on the motherfucker was
Aw,
like 6,
man,
7 inches
yeah.
long.
This is gonna
It comes
shit
up,
his
and
pants.
when it stood, like if you see how gangly my fucking fingers are, like multiply that by 2. This thing come walking up like, oh dude, it gets right up, and he'd already just taken the steering wheel off and put everything on over here. So all it was sitting there was the bar, right? He turns and he's talking to me. He's like, yeah, blah 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 blah, and he sees it, and as he sees it, all in one motion, and he grabs a hold of the front of that steering wheel or the steering column, and a steering column weighs a good amount. I mean, it's a nice chunk of metal with plastic and hold that.
Sure. Flipping.
This thing went like 20 feet in the air, flipping over, and you just see that praying mantis's shit. Yeah, and then it expanded, and it freaked him out. As soon as it expanded,
That's what
because you ever
pissed
see
it
a
off.
praying mantis when it expands to go
The
jump
wings.
from stuff,
Oh yeah, man.
and the big ass these wings on this damn thing were like this wide. And as soon as it goes, he's just screaming
Screaming,
and
running.
running across
A
the yard,
mechanic.
and I'm just like. I'm just watching and laughing about it.
That is
This
a great video.
The steering column landed about 10 yards over in our neighbor's yard. Yeah, from where we were standing.
Holy
Oh
cow.
my god.
And just a freak of a scared strength, he threw that thing farther than like it was a fucking jab, like he was doing that log thing.
The caber toss.
Exactly.
There you go.
That's
From
exactly what it
Scotland.
looked
There
like.
we go.
Yeah.
You know what? It took me years to even see one. here.
Really.
You know what I mean? I never saw one until I was like in my like a 30.
I think when we were younger, they weren't really around here as much.
I never
You'd
saw
rarely
'em.
see them, and they were usually grasshoppers small. They weren't really too big.
Yeah, I saw one when I was probably about 30, and it was in like my apartment,
Yeah.
and it was up on like curtains. And then since then, now I've seen a few, and I took a picture. Maybe if I still got it somewhere, I saw one when I was working at a radio station. I was out back smoking a cigarette, and I looked over on the tree. I looked closer, and it was this big. I mean, it was,
Oh, super tiny.
you know,
Baby.
about the size of my erection, Karen. About that. Oh, sorry, about that. You know, it was
I
small,
wouldn't know.
man. No, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't be
I've-
disappointed like that.
I've heard
I had one that was good
bad.
size,
was
just
tiny.
sitting on my back porch when I went to let the dog out once.
An erection or a
the do-
mantis?
No, a mantis.
Okay.
And the dog thought that it was a leaf for a second, and then when the dog started to walk out,
Oh.
and she was still just like a puppy then, she walked out and walked past it kind of, and then it turned its head, and as soon as it turned its head, she like stomped the shit out of it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I had to
kill,
run out
kill,
there and-
kill,
yeah, I was
kill.
like, don't eat it, don't
Don't
eat
attack
it. Yeah.
master.
Yeah.
So I like the praying mantises. It's okay.
Them
So,
things are-
that was cool.
Those super like did you ever watch the like the Planet Earth thing where they have like the insects
yeah.
and all that stuff? Man, seeing those things in super ultra HD, all zoomed in, and those things
They're
are
freaky.
fucking
And their little
crazy.
mouth.
And people don't believe in aliens. I'm like, that thing's a fucking alien.
Very
Are you
alien
kidding
like.
me?
It's weird in the way it's just
Yeah,
looking.
There's a whole
it's just-
planet of those somewhere.
it
There
looks
has
like
to be.
it looks very like alien,
Yeah.
like obviously. Our last one, I guess, the nude bowling. Well, if you're not going to go on a cruise, you sure as shit not going to bowl,
Sure
are you?
as shit, not
Because you can
bowling
nude
nude.
bowl on the cruise. Yeah, I just thought there's a lot of ways to go with that one too, but yeah, I just thought everybody's got to wear those shoes.
I guess you don't have to worry. Well, if you got to wear the shoes, I guess you don't have to worry about dropping the ball on anything in particular.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, you're safe.
Can you imagine trying to do the granny throw?
Oh, I never even thought. The whole time I've thought about this in my head, never once did I think about, when
Oh, you're up there
when
just-
people go up and go bend over between
And you're up there on the little hand dryer, and you're holding your junk up to keep
Oh,
yourself.
yes!
Yeah.
That might be nice. Just get right over it, pull your sack right over
Yeah.
it, the air
Just a little
drives
bit on the
all
undercarriage,
that off.
and get out there and bowl
Nice.
you a 300.
See, that
Yeah.
could be good.
Just hope there's no snail trails down the down the
Right.
lane as you get there, and then your ball gets all greasy.
They have to have
and-
those NBA guys out there with the squeegees real fast, cleaning things
Do-
up
do-
off the fucking bowling
Is that
alley.
what they call for girls? Is it called a snail trail?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't
I
know.
believe so.
That'd be like if you're scooting along, I guess. But
Yeah.
yours of the lady of the
And
person
hillbilly
bending
turn.
over. Oh my god! Look out! Here comes grandma and grandpa. Stay away from that lane,
Ooh,
The
Oh.
senior bowling league.
man. Which balls are going to hit the floor first, right? I mean,
Yeah.
and that one too. No sex, no erections. I mean, obviously. But,
And no small people doing that job.
oh, you couldn't be.
Well,
If you're-
nude, small.
Oh, if
That'd
you're
be-
walking around there, everybody's
Oh.
junk at your height.
I was thinking about the difference between whose balls are going to hit the ground first.
Oh,
You know,
that's
someone
right.
that's
If you got
smaller.
a little person bent over that might.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
But you'd stay out of there. That one though, I think there's much more chance for tomfoolery and goofisness at that
Well, yeah.
lookout
Yeah.
at some bowling alley.
Yeah.
Just add beer and nacho cheese.
Okay.
Ooh,
Well
yum.
then, let's see. We'll move on to something new. How about let's see. Looks like it's a special day today. Well, first off, it's halfway through. It's more than halfway through the show. We've been talking, having so much fun. We're sponsored by Wilson Farm Market. Thank you very much, Scott Wilson. Get over there to their Facebook page. Fry pies, chicken, as you saw, and we'll include some more pretty pictures too. But they update their page every day. They will answer your questions every day on that Facebook page if you ask them something. And again, it's the weekend, so get over there and park across the street because it's busy.
I keep wanting to say it's about to start being nice, and then it fucking gets Arctic every other day.
Yes.
Every other day, I'm thinking it's going to be all right.
It's shitty out.
Yeah.
It's horrible. We have no hope there. That'll help.
Because it looks awesome, and then you get outside, and you're like, oh, shit, it's 30.
But beautiful weekend. If you're in Central Indiana, travel there. Or if you're from Michigan, Ohio, Kentucky, or Illinois, drive over too. Because like I said, people drive
Beautiful Highway 31.
hundreds of miles to go to Wilson Farm Market. It's not a joke. And thank you for the sponsorship. It's how we bring you all this wonderful stuff. Today, I thought we would do the day of the week. You know, there's always
Yeah.
some special day. So I
Days
thought-
of the week.
Days of the week from the days of the year calendar, folk. Today, and I just try to I'll choose one. Okay, and this one is it's a Gryffindor Pride Day. I know that means a lot to you because you both love Harry Potter, don't you?
No, I was just kidding.
Oh.
Ask what the fuck
I knew
is
that both of you don't even I knew there's no way that you watch it,
No.
and then I figured probably an 80% chance that you've never seen these, have you?
I've No.
This is going to be great.
Like all the
Okay.
things, all the,
I'm so
all the,
glad
all
I
the,
did
all the
this.
like adjectives of what these different groups on that show are called. They all
Yes.
just to me sound like the old Dusseldorf. You know,
Okay.
like the old. Or I think it was
The
what it's called.
Doozers?
Like the old car, like the
Oh.
Duesenberg. Or, that's what they always.
Yes.
It
Okay.
always sounds like little German weird ass names, and I'm like,
Okay.
oh, that has to be something Harry Potter because I don't fucking understand. it.
Okay. Well, for the millions of people that do know Harry Potter, including myself, now I like it. I've watched the movie.
love it.
Son likes it, but I don't dress up like it. I'm not like that into it at all. But I mean, I think it's fun, and I especially love the first one because in the first one, like all movies, it's the first one,
Yeah.
and also they're little, like they're kids going to school, and it's
Right.
kids fighting mine. That's kind of fun when they get beards and directions. It's not as much, fun. So this is Gryffindor Pride Day. Now Gryffindor, there's 4 houses in there. There's Gryffindor. That's the one that all the see that these guys are in.
4 houses.
Wait, hold on. Let's see. You know these guys.
Oh yeah.
So that's their house. That's their like little each in the little school. There's 4 different ones.
Mhm.
That's Gryffindor. So that's Harry Potter, Hermione there in the middle, and Ron Weasley on the right. So Gryffindor Pride Day is all about well, heck with it. I'm not even gonna read this story. I'm just here to joke off on this thing anyway, right? So there's those guys. Now, then the other guys you hear about quite a bit. Now, these are the bad guys. This is Slytherin, and their color's green.
Oh,
and
of
there's
course.
Crab, Goyle, and then on the end there, the blonde, that's Malfoy.
They look like bullies.
They do. See, you
Is
can
that
tell
what they are?
because they have furrowed brows,
Yeah.
James. They have furrowed brows.
We didn't have any movies like this in the 80s. At all.
No. Oh, wait.
Not all of them.
We did. So those
Not
aren't
all
bad.
of them.
But now here's the deal. The other 2 houses. So it's always these people right back here.
Is
Right.
anybody vampires? before
There's
we get
no
started?
vampires
Oh,
in this.
okay.
If there was vampires, they would be like magically in the forest or something. But there's no student vampires.
Okay.
Yeah. So, everybody again knows the Gryffindor. These are the popular, this is
Right.
right. And in the movies, it's these 3, and there's other characters.
Right.
So what do you mean by houses? Like there's
Yeah. So it's like a school for magic kids. And then they have separate houses, almost like you would have, I don't know, it's like a
fraternity?
traditional college thing. Like when I went overseas and I
but
went
they
to
each do different shit. Is that what it is?
they're just
Special-
like, think of like a,
specialties?
oh, you know what? Hey, now I got it. I know how I'm going to explain it to him. It's like the 7 Wonders and the Thunderbolts and the
Oh,
Top
okay.
Dogs.
All right, all
Okay, when we went to middle
Yeah,
school,
yeah.
he and I, not
Yes,
junior
yeah.
high.
I was a whiz kid.
A whiz kid, there you go, I was too.
Yeah.
That's it. You have
There we
like a
go.
different, these
Yeah.
are this
They
club.
just name it something because you're in that group.
And then throughout the year, they have like, if you do really good or something, your house gets more points. At the end, you win a cup, you're the champion. Your house is the, okay, that's
Right.
what they're trying to do. So this
So
one,
it's a school for magic.
it's a school for wizarding kids. Yes, Hogwarts. Hogwarts is the name of it.
Man.
Man,
I wonder if their NCAA tournament's as shitty as the ones that are on now.
they just got eked out. Oakland beat them in their
No,
tournament.
I do remember watching Big Bang Theory. What's the shit they do where they're all on broomsticks playing stuff?
Quidditch.
Right.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Sheldon knows football. Quidditch, maybe.
Yeah.
But football. So they're Slytherin. Again, these are the bad guys. So you see like these people all the time. But
Yeah.
then there's 2 other houses. And one of them is called Hufflepuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they're, when you look them up, okay, look, he's losing so much respect for me. I swear I'm just a casual fan. Don't make fun of me.
Just trying to. That sounds like a school where they're trying to give SpongeBob driving lessons.
Well, see, Hufflepuff it's like,
Is it Mrs. Puff?
no, it's like, they're into like food or whatever. But they don't show them, again, there's none, you don't see them, that type of thing. So I was thinking, Hufflepuff is more, this is what we should get for Hufflepuff. There's why they don't show Hufflepuff very often.
Well, see, I'm sitting there and I've seen that the picture
Look
of the
at
guys.
Karen.
before
Karen is
it.
dying. Karen, come under control. Karen's having fun here. See, look at that, Karen. That'd be, 15 of you, dude. All right, let's go back to these guys. We don't want to be looking at that too long.
So, like, if you flash forward, right?
Yeah, back to her.
Back to these guys. You
Yeah.
flash forward with these guys. You
Okay.
literally take these 3 dudes right here,
Yes.
and they're all these people are in like they're like our age, right? Or younger.
I'm
Maybe in
gonna
their
say
mid-30s?
They're probably about 7 or 8 years or 10 years younger than
So
you.
mid-30s.
Mhm.
So like these 3 dudes right here, I'd like to
Yes.
see what they look like now because if you look at this picture, you'd be like,
Yeah.
hey man, in like 40 years, these guys are gonna make this badass gangster movie. I'd be like, fuck yeah, I see that.
Yeah,
They look like extras on The Sopranos in the back.
they do.
Homeboy in the back's pissed off because the blonde kid's the one in charge, but he thinks he should be. It's
You
like,
should be in casting.
Yes,
I want
I
to watch
should.
this movie
Yes.
now with these guys as a Sopranos.
because I'm sitting here like, I see it.
That would be badass.
Because he's got the whole Kiefer Sutherland, I
He
should be in
does.
charge, bad guy look, and then your classic Italian pissed off guy behind him that thinks he should be the man.
Yeah, Jesus.
Then the enforcer.
You want me to dig a hole? I dig a hole. I don't give a shit. I'll dig a hole. I don't care.
Or you got a left guard, a tackle, and your quarterback one.
Hey,
Yeah.
you might need some protection. Hey, we're just asking. Maybe something happens to your place. I don't know. Maybe something doesn't happen. I don't know. Forget about it. Nice. So, well, I want to watch your movie. So it's Hufflepuff. But see, let me tell you real quick. I should back up. When you come there as a student, there's a ceremony where you sit and there's this magic hat that talks and it tells you which one you're going to be in. You don't get to pick your little school.
Right.
So they never sit up there and have people. I mean, they say it like Hufflepuff, and then one walks that way. But you know what I'm saying?
Is that the one that looks like the tree that has the face in it, kind of?
It kind of, but it's a hat.
Like
so
a
it's all
Necronomicon
bent.
or wherever that
Yeah,
thing is.
It actually looks more like a dark lady's part than a tree.
Like, you might as well just go grab a broom. But that doesn't fly because you're the janitor.
So Hufflepuff is the as we see, the kind of the chubby ones. But then the other one that never gets picked, and then again, I watched this with my son, and then we're always like, maybe it's called Ravensclaw.
Where the brooms fit on them. There's no.
They're right behind
Ride
them.
them.
Can't you see them?
Yeah.
They're totally fine. That's beautiful. So the other one, my son and I, we joke that there's only like one or two, and that they never pick that house. So it's just like two older people that are, there's these long tables. There's only two left. So see, I see Ravensclaw more as these folks. Help us, please, sort somebody into our house. We're getting old.
Those look like MAGA Republicans.
Gosh.
Oh, I don't know about that. That looks like Ravensclaw. What do you think of
Ravensclaw. Yeah,
that, Karen?
that's pretty good.
Would you rather be in Hufflepuff
I
or Ravensclaw?
I'll
Would you
take a
rather-
puff.
This
Yeah.
one? I like this one.
It's just more to work with.
Me and
That's
those
what I'm
three
saying.
other dudes are just going to go do mob hits.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
There's James in the background. I'll put you in there.
Yeah, there's James, the
That
blonde
might be
boy.
a good idea for a show. That's
Show.
fabulous. There's some good, wholesome people. There we go.
I'll
Ron
be
and friends.
Hermione.
You be Hermione?
Yeah.
All right, so which one of these are all drugged out?
Let's see. I don't think any of them are totally. They're all pretty normal.
Sure.
The one in the middle. Let's
Till they
see.
get canceled.
Remind me her name.
Hermione?
Yeah, what's her name in real life though? It's
Fuck if
Shout
I
out.
know.
She's
No.
been in a bunch of stuff.
yeah. I'm sorry, just eluded me. And then Harry Potter. It's Daniel.
Didn't he try to be
Radcliffe?
Weird Al?
It's Daniel Radcliffe. He is. He's Weird Al in like a Netflix movie.
Yeah.
But it looks like they took some liberties with like the story and stuff like that.
Yeah, and the height and the weight
But-
and the look. And
Daniel Radcliffe, the guy that plays Harry Potter, looked it up last week. This guy, well, I mean, also, it's tough to be Emma Watson. That's her name, Emma Watson. You kind of get typecast sometimes in movies
Oh,
with
yeah.
a role.
Yeah.
Man, he's just been typecast, but he has tried. And over the past 10 years, if you look up his movies, they are the weirdest, some of the
Yeah.
most odd, strange. I mean, he's trying everything to stay relevant, but
In
nothing
the
really
loop.
sticks much. It's just,
Yeah.
man, once you're Harry
once you're Rick
Potter-
Moranis, you're Rick Moranis.
So really, he's at J.K. Rowling is the woman that wrote the book,
Right.
the story that's based off. So really, until she writes one, because I think if you're a Harry Potter fan, I think what you're looking forward to is someday.
Does she have some like big magic pin with feathers and stuff?
Yeah.
And some,
Oh,
it writes, she starts to write, then it finishes writing itself as she backs up, and
wonderful.
she sprinkles some fairy shit on it.
But I think people are looking forward to writing where those guys come back, and now they're the professors at the school, and their kids come. So 'cause they are older
Oh.
now.
oh,
and
Saved
you
by the
could
Bell,
write-
the new class.
There you go. People would love it. I know some Harry Potter fans; they would love that. But until she would write
Wonder.
that, you can't,
Yeah.
can't make it up. All
Can tell.
right,
It's
very
you.
good. Let's see, what time is it? It's getting pretty close. We got time. Do something even more fun. Now we've got. Let's do. Okay, let's do one of the common sense. Oh, we got it pulled up. Good. So let me show you this one. This is something new. And we can bring this back. So this says, and hey, look, James, see on the thing. Can you see where you think I cut something out from the internet, or can you not see it?
No, that looks clean.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks.
Yeah, I had it good.
It was white out. You had to you whited out something else.
Yeah, it could be your screens at home. If you see something weird around the no and that, it's probably your fault. So call AT&T. So there's absolutely no common sense media. I don't know if you've ever heard of common sense media. You ever heard of that?
There is such a thing.
Okay.
Never
Yeah.
heard of that.
if you have like I'm guessing if you have DirecTV, Xfinity, something like that, if you say a movie in, I want to watch let's just say The Breakfast Club, and then up will pop the movie and it'll say whether it costs money, if it's free, where you can watch it,
Right.
options, and then at the end like record things like that, and then there's the thing that says parental guide, and when you hit the parental guide, up pops this company with this little check mark, whatever. Yeah, these guys. This is like
Net nanny.
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. This is like net nanny stuff, and some of the descriptions and the things of how they talk about movies, and it's super wokey that from that way. And just every
Wow.
friggin' thing, you know. I looked up one. Excuse me. We'll do it near Christmas, maybe, but there's a famous movie called "It's a Wonderful Life."
Yeah.
Been around forever, whatever. Yeah, it has like all these like trigger warnings in it about how a woman had to make dinner for a man, and that doesn't happen much anymore. That's an outdated idea where a woman would cook something.
I remember, you ever
Jesus.
seen the montage of like John Wayne smacking women? It's like
Well-
there's like multiple movies where he
Put 'em-
just smacks women. Yeah.
Sometimes you got to put them in their place.
Ronald
So,
Reagan smacking women. Yeah.
so absolutely no common sense media.
Shit's
Okay.
so mild.
So how about this movie?
Yeah.
Don't you forget about me.
It's funny when this.
Have you guys seen this movie, or do you care for this film?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, I didn't want to do another Harry Potter thing because that was tough.
What's crazy is this is the movie that everybody knows them for, but they all went on to do like cooler shit.
They did.
I really like the series that Homeboy in the middle was. What's his name? Michael Anthony or Anthony Michael Hall.
Yeah.
And it was called Dead Zone. It used to be on USA. And
Ooh.
if he touched somebody, he would be able to see what was going to happen in the future based on their viewpoint and something.
Yes.
And it's like a whole string of. I mean, it's a bunch of seasons long. There's like a whole string of stuff where he ended up shaking hands with some guy that was a politician, and he had a vision where like the whole entire Washington was set on fire, like from nuclear stuff, and he's like screaming in the middle. It's like it's a
Whoa,
badass
that's a
show.
movie.
No, it's a show.
Yeah, but that's also in a movie.
Yeah, but like it was like one of the cut scenes from that one though. I think
What movie is that?
I'm not sure, but
yeah.
but that series was really good. The Dead Zone,
Okay.
Dead Zone. Gotta check it
and
out.
then of course Emilio.
Emilio Estevez.
He was in
He's
that
in-
movie where they were trash men.
That's right. Is it called It's Garbage Man? It's him and
No, it's work.
not Dirty Work, but I know exactly. I see the front because they are garbage.
Yeah,
They're standing
yeah,
right there.
garbage
Yeah.
men on it.
Molly Ringwald did pretty good. I guess what is the guy at the top?
Judd Nelson.
Yeah, he did okay. So
I remember him from shit. Jay and Silent Bob. He was
Shit.
the sheriff trying to track down the monkey they stole.
okay.
Yeah.
Poor Judd. It's all right. So here we go. So we've all seen this movie. At
Yes.
least us three. And
Oh,
if
yeah.
you haven't, you should check it out. It's fun. It's a good movie. But
It's about detention.
I think it's time though to check out this Common Sense Media. So here you go. Parents need to know that The Breakfast Club is a popular '80s film that deals with edgy teen issues. Topics such as suicide, depression, social alienation, materialism, sex, and physical and emotional abuse are discussed openly. Now, the teen characters use very strong language, including "fuck." It just says "FK." You know, doesn't say that. Yeah. Mock authority figures.
Oh no.
And smoke pot in the library. And then here you go, which is when they finally start getting along. So it's not presented with negative consequences.
And why should it be? Why would it be?
It was showing you they're all getting along. And then if you have not seen this movie, each one is a different, one's the cool kid.
They're all different characters.
One's the
Oh, yeah.
cheerleader, one's the loser,
One's
so
the
then
jock.
they're having
They
fun.
said that Judd Nelson dressed up like that just on his own, and then just showed up and started being that character the whole time, and they eventually just had to
And just made it that
accept
way?
him to be that
That's
character
perfect.
because
Yeah,
he
do
just came
that.
in like that.
You needed like the bruiser dude,
Yeah.
the bad boy. Let's see, what else is the
he's
problem?
tough because of the fingerless gloves.
That's right. His horror. One also smokes cigarettes, pulls out a switchblade, and makes lewd gestures. He reveals cigar burns on his body as evidence of his father's abuse. Gallantly reacting to a bully, a teen threatens to beat the bully up. So that's Emilio beating up. Yeah.
because he's a football guy.
But the same teen also describes taping a weaker kid's buttocks together as a prank. Oh, evil. Yeah, have you seen kids and seen the like I said, I don't like having X anymore Seen half those videos? Kids smashing their heads in the concrete and killing them and stuff like that. I'll take a butt cheeks any day. It wasn't so bad,
They
huh?
were butt chugging on the internet.
Good
a few
Lord.
Years ago.
A student, oh, this is a good one. A student tells about his suicidal ideation due to a low grade. Remember
Yeah.
what he's shooting himself with?
Uh,
Do you remember? They're all sitting around there super serious, like the nerd kid, and he's like, I gotta get good grades. I can't get a good school. If I get one B, my life's fucking over. No B's in my house, man. It's gotta be A. So, well, he got like an F in shop making a lamp. And so he's so depressed, he's gonna kill himself. And again, if you haven't seen this, cover your ears. He hasn't seen it. So when they found in his locker to kill himself with a flare gun. And as soon as he goes, "What was in your locker?" Flare gun. And they all just start busting up and laughing at him, Yeah. Let's see. It's a lot of fun.
Jeez.
Teacher shoves a bully and threatens to beat him up. You're nothing but a gutless turd, Bender. In one scene, a teen boy puts his head between a girl's legs, and even though she repeatedly tells him to leave her alone, despite this assault, though, and his humiliation of her,
Assault.
she later makes out with him, which sends a very mixed message. Means go out there and get it, man. You like bad boys, don't you, Karen?
Yeah.
Girls like the bad boys, don't they? In high school.
High school in the 80s was
Man, you're
fucked up
30.
though, so
Hey,
Yeah.
it's all right.
that was tame compared to what's probably
The-
going on.
Exactly. Now we have group beatings of people in parking lots and killing them on a bus. The film does
For
encourage,
Pokemons.
and looking for your Pokemons. The film does encourage the breakdown of stereotypes and social barriers as a means of identification, improved communication, and the character's honesty has always resonated very strongly with many real-life teens. So there you go. I just like to highlight some of what Nanny and Big Brother are telling you, what you should and shouldn't do on the common sense
Good grief.
media there. That's what that's about. Now let's skip to
Weird science.
We'll
was
just
the
skip
best
that.
thing to come
We'll
out.
get some other ones. Other ones not to be shown, but later. What do we got? I had Beetlejuice and National Lampoon's Vacation. So we'll get to those another time.
I mean, new Beetlejuice.
No.
Oh.
The old one.
The original.
So now we're gonna get to.
There's a
since
new
we're-
one getting ready to come out, so it's kinda,
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah.
But they wanted a sequel for that for a long time.
Oh yeah.
And that was a mistake. I forget what happened. There was something going on with.
Tim Burton got busy making scissor hands or something.
Yes.
from it.
Yeah. So we're gonna go to. Let's see. We're gonna finish with our last part here. Now we haven't got to do this in a while too because we've had guests on Fridays.
Yeah.
But this is what's called what to watch. And you're gonna love this graphic. Okay. So this is a lot of fun.
Well,
Lot of fun.
I can only imagine what our huff and
Look at
puff
that.
graphics were.
Ooh. Wow.
It kind of looks like an American flag because I kind of screwed up on the blue thing. I couldn't do what I wanted, so then I turned it into this flag with eyeballs and then red and white stripes.
Is one of those a monkey or is that humanized,
Those
that
are all
bloodshot?
people, but I've like changed them up, and some are fat, some are
Wow.
skinny and short. So it's supposed to look like stripes.
That
and
top
the
set
flag.
looks like a monkey.
It does,
It does.
like a monkey.
Like the guy from Planet of the Apes.
What to watch?
Caesar.
So this is where we let you know this weekend if you were bored or you got something going on or you've seen The Breakfast Club 100 times, something new that you want to watch.
Give you and your cats something else to watch.
Here's my pick.
Oh yes, yes.
Now this one, Karen, have you ever seen this movie?
I have not.
Okay, have you ever seen Cool Hand Luke with from like the 60s with the guys on our chain gang and
No.
Okay, well this will mean nothing to you. So, this is like a black version of Cool Hand Luke. It's kind of like chain gang stuff. So it'd be there's a good idea movie if you have like a movie night. Watch Cool Hand Luke
Cool hand.
with the guy that makes the dressing,
Paul Newman.
Paul Newman, and several other great
Yeah.
actors from the 60s. It's in color, so if you're weird about black and white stuff, don't worry. It's in color. Great movie.
Fantastic.
Then watch
movie.
this one because this is all comedy and kind of like that.
It's
so
it's like the black parody of it.
yeah, kind of. It's
fantastic.
loosely like
It's
that.
fantastic.
So when I think of chain gang, I think of
Biloxi Blues.
That's
what
chain
happened to
gang.
do
A gangbang.
a,
There's no.
railroad train installing railroad track.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
these guys more like a chain gang of people that have to do like hard labor in prison, like on the road, just picking up the road and
Yeah,
fixing
yeah.
the stuff. Yeah. So
Okay.
it's all yeah.
I'm on the ballpark.
You're with it. You're with it. So Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence, they're bootleggers. They get caught in the South with a lot of it, and then end up getting framed for something, and then it's them spending the rest of their life in prison down there. Hilarious.
Yeah, it's
Fantastic
hilarious.
movie.
It's a great movie.
You will laugh. You'll like this. Eddie Murphy definitely
Okay.
like in the stride, man, and
Oh, yeah.
and definitely Martin Lawrence for he went through a time, didn't he? There for a
Well, they
minute?
both had some duds before this, and
Oh,
then this
yeah.
kind of put them back in a spot.
I don't know if you've seen Holy Man.
No.
Okay, lucky you.
I don't really watch anything Eddie Murphy after this or during this. Just
Okay.
I loved Eddie Murphy from the 80s. I love
Yeah.
Martin Lawrence from his show, and then I like Bad Boys.
Martin, Bernie
But
Mac's in there.
Bernie Mac, he's always great.
A lot of good actors. So a lot of fun. So check that out. Fully comedy, lots of funny. But it's it's not for children though.
No.
But just let you know. Let's see what's next. I forget who's next. Let's see what it is.
Oh, that's mine. Yeah.
James, Memento. What's Memento?
All right.
I saw this I think a long time ago.
Yeah, I think everybody's kind of seen it once, but don't really remember what it was about and how it kind of went.
Yeah.
This was one of those weird. It was kind of like how Quentin Tarantino made Pulp Fiction, where it kind of goes out of time order.
Yes.
But this one is really different. So the guy that you see on the screen there, the first guy in that picture there,
Yes.
he has he's got a wife and stuff, and he's at home with her. It's kind of like a typical like Steven Seagal kind of intro to a movie where people break in, they beat up and rape his wife in
Okay,
front of him,
gotcha.
and they knock him out, and he's in the hospital for a while.
All
When he
right.
gets out, and he has this memory problem where he can only remember stuff. He only has a memory for about however many minutes, and then if something like a loud noise or something kind of resets him back to the start, he don't remember anything all over again.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So in order for him to keep track of what's going on, the one thing he knows he wants to do is he wants to find the people who did that to him and kill him.
Yeah.
And he has clues, he has leads, and ends up. But everything that he does, every time he wants to have something that he needs to remember as a memento, he gets a tattoo of it somewhere on himself. So by the time he's done, he has all these
No.
tattoos. He has a cop that's actually helping him with this case,
Okay.
and that's the guy who played Ralphie from
Oh.
Sopranos. He's in a bunch of other stuff too.
Oh, from The Sopranos.
Sopranos, yeah.
Okay. First, I thought you meant I'm thinking of the Christmas Story.
No.
Okay.
But he's a cop that's helping him out, and
Yeah.
they're constantly looking for this guy named John G. Right, and so he actually has that. I'm looking for John G. Well, he has a bunch of little side notes that he keeps to himself of like people he don't need to trust and little notes to himself.
Yeah.
But every time he gets something that he really needs to remember or a piece of evidence, he tattoos it on himself.
Okay.
But this whole movie takes you from the end to the start in like 5 to 10 minute intervals,
Okay.
but they all overlap each other, so you see how it ties into everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
And you have to keep up on it. You can't be fucked up when you watch it the first time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the second or third time you're going to want to watch it more than once because you're not going to be able to figure out what the hell's going on.
Cool.
But there are some super funny parts, and but it's not meant to be funny. But
No, it's a
there are
serious
some
movie.
super funny parts, and but it's action packed too. There's gunfights. There's a couple of random things. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't want to give away the end
Sure.
or anything.
Sure. Yeah, don't.
But most of what he's doing ends up not being for any good reason at all. But you'll
Okay.
find that out later on and
All right.
why.
Very good. Very
Yeah.
cool.
Awesome movie.
Psychological thriller. Let's see.
This was from I think it was 2000. This came out
Probably around then. That sounds about
somewhere
right.
around there.
Yeah.
It was either late 90s or early 2000s.
Somebody with anterograde amnesia.
Yeah.
That's where you can't remember things forward. Retrograde means you
Yes.
can't remember things backwards.
Wow.
Yeah.
Psychology degree.
Loud noises and sudden things. Like if he was sitting here and you had a conversation, door slams, resets his whole brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Memento. Check it out. A little serious. So funny,
really good, though.
serious. Now let's get into some soft core. What is this? You brought me?
So this is Little Girl Down the Lane. That's actually a book.
Yeah.
I did not read the book, but I decided that since I'm such a big Jodie Foster fan, that I need
Yes.
to maybe see everything she's been in. So I got on and just kind of Googled all her movies and kind of checked off the ones I've already seen. And
Okay.
this is one I started with, which I think is in 76.
Yes.
And
it's back there.
it's back there.
That's good.
And it's a really weird movie. I mean, it's really weird.
Martin Sheen.
And Martin Sheen is the creepiest fucker ever in this movie.
Did you watch this when in 76? Like
No, I just
you remember
watched
the
it the other
game?
night.
Oh, okay. Oh, you
Because I just want to like,
okay,
I'm
you
going to
just
watch
found it.
everything.
You want to see
yeah.
it all. Okay.
Yeah. And so,
And so you like it? I mean,
it
what
was,
the movie was it okay?
it
It's serious,
was
isn't it?
okay,
It's like
but-
it's a
but-
serious film, right?
yes, it's a serious film. There's there's a few funnies. The one thing you'll find yourself doing if you watch it is yelling, "Lock the door." 'Cause it just seems like she never locks the fucking door, and you
Okay.
know somebody's gonna come in anyway.
Gotcha.
But it is really interesting. And one of the last scenes is she's just got this dead stare of whatever's happening in this last scene, and that's how the movie ends. So it's like you don't know,
Really, what happened?
yeah, what
Who's
happened
hanging?
after that. It's
Okay.
like that's the end. But there is surprisingly nude scenes,
Okay.
and I was quite
She's
surprised.
pretty young there.
Yeah, she was pretty young.
So the overall thing is, let me just, is it? It's a
The
girl
overall
and
the
a guy
overall
chasing a
thing
girl, or
is
what's the?
her father, who was a poet, rented this house, and I guess he was really ill, and knowing that he was probably going to die, he set it up that she could live there 3 years.
Okay.
I don't know what's supposed to happen after 3 years, but so she's been living there however long, probably less than a year, and she's got traveler's checks that she goes to the bank and cashes to
Okay,
use
so there's
for
no adults. So she's
no adults, but
got
yet
you.
she makes it seem like there's adult there.
Okay to
Like,
fool
so
people.
please come by, or the
Oh, he's up in the
landlord.
shower. I'm gonna give you a call later.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
kinda
Or
the whole
he's in
time.
his office writing poems. I can't interrupt him.
Yeah, I'll give you a
So
call.
anyway, it's a
Okay.
really weird, interesting story. But in my groove of seeing Jodie Foster,
Yeah.
I watched one right after that too of hers, and it's called Carney,
Carney.
and that was just even more bizarre.
Okay.
But
Well, maybe you can suggest that next time.
yeah,
Was it about being a carnival worker? Is that what it's
Yes.
about? Okay.
yeah.
So so
But this
on a,
one,
now let's see, what would we make it like a 1 to 10 hot Jodie Foster meter in a film? And
Well,
this one, what's the
it's
hot
a
meter?
it's a little hard because she's a little too young to be playing that game.
Okay.
I
So
was surprised.
we can't hot meter this one
I
because she's
can't
younger
hot
than
meter
18.
that.
Okay.
I can't hot meter
What
that.
about Carney? What's hot meter Carney for us?
That hot meter would have been probably maybe in 9.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Snail
what
trail
off-
like a mother.
Yeah, what offsets that is the
Did that come through on the mic? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
what offsets that is one of the other characters just too loud, but
Oh no.
You'll have that most of them.
Mute
you
it.
got that. Yeah,
Yeah.
literally.
You know, I know what I want to get you for Christmas. I want to get every Jodie Foster nude scene cut onto a DVD or something you can hold on to, and
A physical
just
copy.
whenever you need
Play
it.
it
just put
whenever I
on there.
need it.
Yeah.
Well, fantastic. Yours is serious, kind of classic, an old one. That might be.
Yeah,
I might check
old,
that out.
76.
I like the people that are in it. Yours is definitely. I'd see yours would be adventure and fun. Mine's
Yeah.
mine's the fun one. But
Comedy.
we've come to the end of our first big episode. Karen, it was really fun having you back. Are you going to be back here Monday and everything?
I believe so.
Okay. How about Wednesday? You coming that day?
I believe so.
You might have some. How about Friday? You coming back next
I
Friday?
believe so.
Okay.
You'll
Alright.
know when I don't show up when I don't show up.
Yeah, that's okay.
Bam.
So we're back on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, folks. So we're back on the regular schedule. Again, get out there. There's still time for that fat ass Facebook giveaway. So just get up on the Facebook and, of course, X and YouTube and Rumble too as well. Have a great weekend. Thanks for everything. We'll see you next week. And sometime next week, we're going to put out a little bit of. I've got a song for Women's Month that I've made, and we'll maybe sing some together or something. We probably
Alright.
won't do it live on the show, but we'll put it out there on X, Facebook kind of stuff. So.
Yeah.
Because we got to celebrate the women. We're almost running out. It's March 22nd. We only got
And my,
9 days left.
and my birthday is next Saturday.
Oh, James' birthday's next Saturday?
Yeah.
Oh, we got to do something special on your birthday on Friday then. We have a cake, strip or something.
Nah.
Oh, but they'll still be home on spring break. We'll figure something out. So you
think
all
Jen
have a
will
great
strip?
weekend. What's that?
Would Jen strip?
Would you strip?
No, Jen.
Jen? He doesn't want to see that.
No. No thanks.
He doesn't want to see
He
that.
likes Chuck.
A little
No.
bit. He likes his own.
His
I
own
got
Chuck.
it at home.
Get your
Where the hell's that Hufflepuff slide
I don't
at?
need a stripper. I got plenty of titties at home.
He's good. He doesn't need any stripping.
Alright.
He's good. Doesn't want to go on the
I
I
cruise.
prefer beer, cash, beer and cash. Yeah, that
And
works.
chicken.
Chicken.
And
I'm
chicken
gonna get
from
that here in
Wilson
a minute.
Farm
Actually,
Market.
I'm sitting here like
He's
that.
driving.
Dude, I'm sitting here like, yeah. I'm
If
trying to think of the other stuff I'm going to get.
If-
Chicken's already on the menu.
If you would like to meet James today, meet him at Wilson Farm Market.
I'm
He'll
gonna
be
take-
signing autographs in the next hour.
I'm going to take pictures and so we can
Yes,
put them on our thing.
That's right. He'll give you a shirt, whatever. Just don't strip for them. So everybody have a great weekend. And once again, thanks to Wilson Farm Market for all the sponsorship. We appreciate it. And Frankfurt Beer Works. Have a great weekend. We will see you Monday. And just a reminder to treat other people how you want to be treated. Lighten the hell up. And now you go make somebody laugh today.